Oh, that fan is clutch.
Yeah.
You a little sun today?
A little. Just a stitch. All right, let's keep this there, and let's get it out. Well, we got everything set up without why can't we hear anything?
Don't jinx us.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again.
We are here with all of our fingers. We
What?
survived 4th of July.
We did.
Yet another one.
Our 31st, 4th of July survived.
Oh,
It's only a matter of time.
well, it's only our 10th drinking 4th of July. Well, maybe 11th.
On
or
record,
12th.
10th drinking.
On record. What's the
Unofficial?
statute of limitations on that? I was thinking on the way home, because Joe
Yes.
threw a
The reverse beer
shindig.
snob.
The reverse beer snob threw a shindig.
He did. And it was a good shindig.
Yeah.
Now, I will compliment Joe.
Oh.
His 4th of July outfits are
On fleek.
every year.
I thought, well, one of my favorite shirts that he has is is it a tank top? Maybe it's a tank top or a t-shirt. It just says USA back-to-back World War champs.
Yes, that is my. I mean, I think I still laughed at you about that. That was last year's shirt.
Yeah,
The
and
year
then,
before that, we had. I had one that had Uncle Sam pointing, and it says, "I want you to give me a beer."
Okay, I remember that.
And he has. Fuck, I'll have to look it up, but he has something similar to that.
He does, yeah, he always has a good one. And this year, Joe's shirt was
USA drinking team.
it looked like the Dream Team
Yes.
logo with the USA
White
from
tee.
the 19
Like 92.
yeah, Olympic squad. And so we went to Joe. It was actually his parents' house because his parents have a nice pool, a nice
Yes.
built-in pool,
Thank you.
big backyard, a court. So everyone got over there, and now, Cerny, I mean, when we compare and contrast this to some of our other 4th of Julys,
Yes.
I didn't, not an ounce of beer touched my lips until pretty much I got in the backyard of Joe's house. Like,
Yes,
I
I
wheeled
agree.
my ice chest back, and then I got a beer out for myself.
I agree.
But that's 3:30.
334. Yeah, I was right around there.
Yeah.
Now this is a stark contrast to. I was actually talking to your wife about this during the party.
Oh.
I said, "Do you remember that time when it was?" She said there was 106 beers in the ice chest, and she said like half of them were gone. 50% were gone by
Before dark or something,
before
right?
noon, or because we were drinking at 10 a.m. A bunch of us.
Ugh. Was that the day when we went to Tony's
Yeah.
at like 10
10 and started drinking.
and we just started drinking?
Yep. And we weren't drinking Coors Lights. We were drinking Sam Adams at this point in time. I do remember.
I thought Fat Tire. I thought we were on a Fat Tire kick too.
And Sam Adams. We had a whole collection of like real heavy craft brews.
When's the last time you had just a Fat Tire? I don't think I would like them anymore.
I don't know. I haven't had them since. Ooh, I don't know.
I think
Actually,
we've
that's a good
probably
question.
had a couple gnarly experiences to say the least.
So we weren't completely wasted by noon. We didn't actually have a drop of beer until 4. So that's a win for us, I'd say.
And I mean, but you know, when you're in your early 20s, it's literally almost a competition.
Yes.
Who can drink the most, the fastest, and there's no thinking about tomorrow. How are you going to feel? How are you going to even survive through the day?
No.
There's no
no
concept of pacing or anything like that.
I agree. There's no thinking about any moment but right now.
But just getting this beer drank as fast as you can.
And you drink the beer
Let's get another one.
because you don't, it's just,
Yeah.
it's like water. And then
Ugh.
somewhere along the line, 2x4 hits you in the back of the head and you're underwater.
Yes.
But you don't notice. You don't notice, right?
Oh,
You just
no.
keep
You
the
going.
party going, and then you surface in a bar after fireworks.
And Girls Gone Wild's playing on the TV.
Girls Gone Wild / motorcycle crashes. Remember, it was like a motorcycle crash. There was like a guy riding a motorcycle. He'd crash, and then it would be like smash cut. Girl pulling out her tits, flashing the camera.
Oh.
Smash cut back to some different guy crashing his bike. I was like, what the fuck?
Because we were sitting there, we're like, well,
I swear.
like, I know this is what I want to see on the TV, but it just like popped up. I'm like, what? I think I just saw titties.
Yes.
And I was like, probably like, Cerny,
I saw.
are you seeing titties on the TVs in a bar?
No, I don't know if you remember, but I remember you yelling this, dude. There's titties on the TV. Remember that girl walked by? It's like, you want to see my titties?
You've told this story many times, and I too, my face to God's feet. I do not have any 1 millimeter of
the only
recollection.
sober person in that bar that could collaborate my stories
Yes.
is Tony, the semen lover.
And he'll collaborate it.
He was there. I mean, Raz was.
So I said, I just yelled the word titty, and
You said there's titties on the TV, but
Okay.
it's like loud because we're in a bar.
Yeah.
And the girl walking by,
And she said,
you want to see my titties? And you like in like a deer
deer in
in
headlights.
Like,
Okay.
And she pulled them out. Like,
Were they nice?
yeah, yeah.
Do you think I saw them?
Yeah, you were looking at them, but remember, your wife was there. She was sleeping at that moment in time. She
Taking a nap first.
she was sleeping off the wine.
I mean, she wouldn't care if I saw the titties, but I honestly can't remember that because that's like, I mean, that's as a teenage kid, that's what you live for.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
And it happened.
It did.
And I lived right through it. So we got to Joe's at 3:30.
Yes.
Had a beer. Your wife's birthday.
It's her birthday.
I promised her I'd make her, Chipper's margarita.
Which she
She said, don't. Because, in the past, I probably would have gone broken elbow,
Heavy-handed,
double
yes.
shot. Yeah. But I'm like, 1, I know she's probably driving.
Yes.
2,
Because I was joining with the beers.
yeah, I don't need. My goal is to help Cerny, get laid.
Oh, okay.
So I don't need to be I'm familiar with her tolerance, her alcohol tolerance. It's fairly on the low end, I'll say. So I figure.
So there's 0 tolerance, and then there's like a little sliver, just a little sliver, maybe the width of a spider web.
No, a bee's dick, if you will.
There you go.
I would say if your wife had 2 drinks, whether that be 2 shots, a glass or 2 of wine, 2 beers, I would say she probably would say that she felt drunk. Is that about probably what you would say?
That statement right there.
Now, when is she falling over and undressing herself?
3.
3?
3.
Okay.
There was.
Well, that's quite the line. That's quite the fine line.
Whose birthday was that? I think it was
It was
James.
your brother's.
Yes. She had 3 drinks, I think. 3 drinks, and she was toasted.
Now,
A stark contrast to Joe, who was there, and I. Joe and I had possibly
I don't.
10, 12 drinks. I mean,
I think I had a couple of these Lagunitas citrus and pale ales. Then Cerny brought some. You brought some good
hemp.
The Hemperor,
Which
which I've been seeing their advertisements on.
instead of an IPA, it's an HPA. Hemp.
It's banned in a couple states.
It was so we opened it up.
Dank.
It was pretty dank. We opened it up. Like,
It was.
Oh shit! And Joe warned us. Joe said, "You open that up, it's gonna smell like marijuana in a bottle." I was like, "Open it up." I was like,
Yeah.
"You weren't lying, Joe."
Yeah, it smells like exactly. Yeah, and then that other one that you got, where'd you get that from? And what
Lazy
was that?
Dog.
Lazy Dog.
It was like a.
Is that a hot dog place?
It's a restaurant where you can bring your dog.
Oh,
It's like a regular like almost.
there's
like,
one by your house, right?
Yes, and that's where she got it. It was like a limited edition. I guess they brew their own beer. I didn't know this. She had went and picked it up. She said, "Hey, it's a limited edition." I just swooped on it. I said, "Ready for the 4?"
Wow.
Well, it was a 4-pack.
Bless her.
Put it
And
in the
then
freezer. I was like,
one fell out?
And I said, "Let's bring them the holiday 3-pack." She said,
Yeah.
"What is that?" I was like, "Take one of those out."
Right. Now it was huckleberry and raspberry or something, but
Yeah. It's not as...
It was good.
Yeah, I don't usually like the ultra fruity...
Right.
But it was an IPA.
We have Tony for that.
Yeah, we do.
Being an ultra fruit.
So I don't like... I think you're on the same page. I don't like the ciders. You know, those weird...
Yeah, those are a little...
Those are too sugary for me.
Yeah.
But this is like an IPA, but it had like... It was almost like it had huckleberry, but it was like a refreshing.
It was like a hint of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much like similar to this. Just has a nice layer, an extra layer of complexity on there. Similar to the Leinekugels.
Yes.
Summer Shandy.
Ooh.
But with a different flavor profile.
A little heavier, I would say, in the hop department.
A little...
But it's
packed a bigger punch. So we had a couple of those. I was making some margaritas. Got in the pool.
Yes.
Dragged everyone else in the pool.
The pool. Now, I would say here in Northern California,
yes.
in the valley, that was probably the coolest 4th of July I can remember.
I was 85.
Yeah, 85. I mean...
I was bracing for 105.
If anybody listens.
No. We know the truth.
Yeah, we know the truth. But, by off chance, this is in the archives, so I'll pull this up. In the Northern California, in the Sacramento Valley, in July, you're getting 100 degrees. Easy. Clip 100 degrees is almost every day. 101 is on the norm.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in 4th of July, it's always if you're getting off 95, you're getting off easy. It was 85. I was surprised.
I mean, at night, I was like, ooh, I probably should have bought a sweatshirt or something for myself, but...
We're getting in the pool, we're swimming, and I was like, when the sun went down,
yeah,
I was like, fuck, it's warmer in the pool than outside of the pool.
And it was. And we were in the pool, and we had to go collect some people and throw them in.
Yeah, we did.
And then, foolishly, I was challenged to a chicken fight.
I didn't partake, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
It's okay.
Chipper said, let's do this, and I was like, I had flashbacks of previous chicken fights.
But I had one of the lighter folks there.
You did.
How old is she?
You had Melanie?
Yeah.
13.
Couldn't weigh more than 75 pounds,
yeah,
80
65,
pounds
maybe 80.
Against a 17-year-old in her bay.
Yes.
Clearly...
Undermatched. That base
were overmatched.
That base was weak.
He was weak. Fragile, as they say in Italian.
Fragile.
I would say, collectively, I'd be shocked.
Purple nurbles.
Do whatever you need to do. And then if your partner starts to fall, you're like kind of trying to drag them back. It's a very dynamic sport.
Yes, it is. And that team you're facing, clear rookie status.
I probably could have just taken him by myself.
Yeah. Easy.
The top was just a formality, to be honest.
It was. The top was a formality, the base was weak. I was like, wow, this is a weak-ass team.
All I had to do... What did I do the first time? Just judo chop right in the ribs or something? Eagle beak. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's cheating. This,
Yes. First off, ladies and gentlemen, there's no rules.
No eyes or...
No, there's no rules for doing chicken fight.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no cheating.
And I'm sure you make this deal sometimes. Hey, I'll drive home. If you want to get sauce, go for it.
Oh, okay.
So I came in... And I have to ramp up quick on the drinking and then pull back hard so I can sober up, and then I'm good by the time we leave.
So I got a great deal because my wife gets car sick, especially when I drive, apparently, because I'm a very aggressive driver.
Mm-hmm.
And so
on the brakes, mostly.
Yes, on the brakes. My braking is suspect. But so she says, I can't handle you driving, so I will drive, which means.
It's like having a
lifetime DD.
It's like when your wife is pregnant.
No,
it's like there's nothing to worry about. There's no question.
So part of me drives like an insane person like that because
you're being rewarded,
and I'm being rewarded. So there's no incentive to not drive like a maniac. So I drive a maniac, and then she says, "I can't handle you driving. I gotta drive home. I will have 10, 15 beers on. That's fine."
And then. Drinking, the barbecue fired up. I kind of got a little hazy around that time period, but...
That's when Joe was running the girl.
Yeah.
In his sweet fit. That hat was great, too. He had the...
Oh, what hat?
The
Rocky Mountains or
Rocky
something.
Mountains on his hat.
Yeah.
Blue, red, white, and blue.
It looked like Denio's
Now
$6 trucker hat.
I did.
Yeah.
When he came out with that, I was like, so when he came out and greeted me, he had the red, white, and blue trucker hat with the Rockies.
I think he does it to entice us sometimes.
He does,
right?
and he had the flag shorts and the USA drinking team.
That's right.
1992. And in pure Joe form, he stuck with his Coors Lights.
Yep.
He had his.
He had the ice chest.
He drinks everywhere.
Because I was just.
He had his pocket koozie.
I got over there and he goes, hey, and he pulls it out of his back pocket. And it was so timely because we had just released Joe the Reverse Beer Snob.
Yes.
So I had been editing it a couple days before. So I had just listened to the episode and you had said exactly the red ice chest, the igloo, the thing.
Yeah.
And I went to the table, I set my drinks down and I looked and there was a red ice chest and I cracked it open. There was probably, 13, 14 Coors Lights in there. And
He's very consistent.
there wasn't any left.
Nope.
I think at the end of the night,
Nope. He had it. He'd drink his Coors Lights.
he had his intake. And then
No, we were Chip and I were Marco Polo before. Like, you think Joe's gonna some water?
No.
No.
Well, this isn't a knock against Joe. He's got a girl,
Yes.
and I think his girl puts the reins on him a little bit, which is probably okay.
I don't want to say like they all do, but in a way they,
It's just sort of a thing that happens when
yes.
a young male gets his
Because we used
gets
to
a
go,
mate.
we used to go full ham with no,
Sure.
with no, because it was like there was no repercussions for
Yes.
acting like a complete buffoon.
And I will say, there's no one to embarrass except yourself. Now, if you're,
I'm perfectly okay with
I know.
embarrassing myself because it's like when I wake up, like, oh well,
Yeah.
it's okay, I'll live.
but if you're there with your chick, it's like, oh, Chipper just did this, and he's out always peeing in the neighbor's yard, and then everyone kind of looks at whoever and is like, oh, you're kind of like in charge of him because you're you're like with him, so you're in charge of him.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of why it happens. And Joe's mom was there.
True.
No, I don't know. Do you drink any differently in front of your parents than not?
I do. I don't. I think I remember we used to do cake stands and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Before. I don't know if I'd do it in front of them. No. Depends. My dad, he was all about the cake stands and stuff in his heyday. So I think
he would probably appreciate it a
Yes,
little bit.
yes,
Your mom
yeah.
would just be like,
why are you doing this?
And so the barbecue was.
My dad likes to say, "You don't got the willy, you don't get the silly." That's his. That's his thing. Like, why would you do that? My dad would used to say when we were, you don't get the willy, you don't get the silly.
I don't think I've ever heard of a better. I mean, that is pretty fucking spot on.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Wow. I had not even. It's just. You're right. It's just silliness.
It's just silly. When we were talking about shooting bottle rockets out of our hands and stuff, why would you do that on the ride home? I was like, I don't know.
This wasn't a premeditated thought that
Did you know you could get hurt? Like,
probably.
And I had to explain. I said, if you're a guy, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chip, between the age of 16 to about 24, you're invincible. There's nothing.
And not only are you invincible, it's like, what can I possibly do to further my favor with my friends?
Yes. Yes.
Or if there's a lady there, or if you're trying to get a laugh.
She's told the panty's going to be totally soaked if I do something.
Like she jumped in the pool.
Completely ridiculous.
Right, because I remember you telling her about, that Chip shot bottle rockets out of his hand once.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, we did that. But I mean, I remember thinking like, oh, that's probably not a great idea. After, because my hand was all fucking blistered up.
I remember doing it. I remember you did it, and I did it, and we were all doing it, and it was like...
But we were also probably, we were
20,
toasted.
1, 2, 20. Realistically.
Now, speaking
the blisters on the right here on the thumb. Oh, yeah. Next day, you're like, what the
fuck? Oh, my God. My hand was still black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had the
gunpowder.
I mean, a forensic guy. forensic. We could have been pinned down for a murder.
Oh,
All the black gunpowder on our fingers.
that's true. Was there any shootings in that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of fireworks, we went, we didn't go. There was some money rounded up, and they went to get fireworks. I think they adjusted the formula. The fireworks seem really fucking weak, right?
They seem tame, yeah.
Like the ones that used to go and spin around. I feel those used to go for a minute, and now they would go off for 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, wow, that's weak.
So is this a regulatory thing, or is this a profit?
I think it's a profit.
Okay.
Now, we did do the Piccolo Pete's.
Right.
You smash them with the... Now, but previous, I remember in the heyday of our childhood, my dad was like, just take some vice grips.
Yeah.
And crimp them.
Needle
nose. So we used to do that. And now they're walled, with like
the cardboard's so strong you can't.
So we get the hammer out and get that.
And what does that do exactly?
So it's like a tiny, as my dad explains, I remember asking him, it's like a tiny hole, so there's a lot of pressure coming through the hole. That's why it squeals.
That's why it makes the noise.
So you crimp it, so there's a bunch of it builds up inside.
And then it just explodes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So they made the cardboard so thick
that you can't
do
that. Now,
that.
A few years ago, I don't think you were there. This is at Tony's house. We smashed one, and Joe lit it, and it fell over.
Oh.
So then it was like a rocket back towards us. And I remember grabbing my feet, extending my feet, and grabbing Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Picking him up and
young
running.
Son.
Yeah, and running as it was screaming towards us. And boom! And it ricocheted off of Joe, because Joe tried to kick it. And it boom, right? I remember my wife.
She was
not
so entertained.
I mean, I was laughing. Joe was laughing. Dana was laughing. My wife didn't think it was that funny. She's like, someone could have got hurt.
She saw her son losing his eye. Yeah. Well, speaking of losing fingers, Cerny, we have here. Do we want to go number of firework-related hospital visits by month?
Let's do it.
This is from 2006 to 2010.
Okay.
I'll set you a little okay. March 223.
Okay.
So relatively low.
So there's
no fireworks going on in March.
If you think about it, I don't know if you've been out. I burped on the mic here. This is the Lagunitas unofficial sponsor. When you go outside of California, there are like in Wyoming and stuff because I've been there in summer. They used to have fireworks stands like all year round.
Oh,
so I
didn't even know that.
We were there in the summer, at least when I was younger. Like we went to Yellowstone, and stuff, and they had a fucking fireworks stand, and it was like in the middle of July, and they had all the good shit. They had like mortars and stuff, like So
California, you think is a little bit? I would say California's probably over.
They regulate.
They're overly regulated, maybe.
It's like so many days before the 4th of July. And on the 4th of July, you can't sell any more after that.
And then, so you're saying in some of these other states, you can just go into whatever store.
I remember in Wyoming.
And if it's August 2nd and you want to shoot some fucking Roman candles off in your backyard, go for it.
Yeah. They had.
Because America.
And it was like they had mortars, they had all the. In California, you can't have any fireworks. I think that really explode or shoot into the air.
Right.
But I remember going to Wyoming and they had firecrackers and M80s and M1000s and the mortars and all the other shit.
Wow. That's because they're not as populated, right? It's like just wide open spaces.
Yeah, and I'm sure one of those, we do whatever the rationale was. I mean, I remember my dad pulling over I remember going into this place he remember
kid in a candy shop.
This is the Holy Grail. I remember telling me this is the Holy Grail. They have fucking mortars.
How much is a mortar?
I don't remember what it wasn't.
Fireworks are kind of expensive, right?
Yeah, but this wasn't like. I mean, it was like. I don't remember what it was. It was like $75. It wasn't like it wasn't extreme. Like they had like the whole. It looked like a fucking mortar you would buy at like a military would use like with the canister. You'd shoot it down and poof, throw the fucking thing down there.
Like you're getting an Army Navy surplus?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So March 223 firework related hospital visits. What would you say is another high firework month?
June. Gotta get ready.
Okay. 1,890.
Okay.
January, New Year,
New Year's, okay.
1,515.
I do remember my dad saving some of those fireworks that we bought
Yeah.
in Wyoming, and New Year's he would shoot them off.
Do you care to guess July? Firework
So
related.
June was 1,000.
Let's say June was 2,000, January is 1,500.
11,000.
15,554. I mean,
Oh yeah.
this fucking chart, like, it's just
oh
like,
my God.
it's like
Oh
off the wall, off the charts. Now, this is the sillier one, and this goes back to our point earlier. Frequency of hospital visits by age group
Okay.
and male and female split.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Males, 20 to 25.
It's every 5 years. Males, 10 to 14 are the highest.
Okay.
Pretty much tied with males 15 to 19.
Okay. I can see that.
Then males 20 to 24, males 25 to 29, and then it kind of declines on there. Now the highest female one, females 5 to 9. Interesting.
They're probably
They're
the kids of the males from
probably the male 20 to 24.
the casualties.
Now, if you're comparing, so the highest frequency of females is 5 to 9. You don't get that low of a frequency on the males until males 50 to 54. So from pretty much 0 to 50, males are outpacing more frequently being hospitalized for firework and related injuries.
Easy.
I mean, it's not even close. Again, there's the
I
chart.
see it, the blue.
So
The blue rains.
I mean, we fit right in.
Oh,
We only
we're not.
validate these stats. We only validate these stats.
I can see it.
Now,
Now, were you around when we used to shoot off the M80s and stuff?
I don't think so.
So the M80s, most would know.
Does it look like a little dynamite thing?
Yeah, it's like a little
Let me just
circular. It's like a
Google.
core stick of dynamite, it's basically what it is.
Okay.
And I remember those fuckers. That will take your fucking hand off. And they have M1000 too, which is like a half stick or something like that. I've shot them off
That's not
before, and those when those go off, like if you shoot them off neighborhood, your neighbors will come out like, what the fuck? Like they think the bomb went off.
Oh, they think it's a problem.
Yeah.
I think. Are they totally illegal in the whole United States?
That might be.
So what happens when people are blowing fingers off? It's you're drunk and you're like, ooh,
Like you hold the fucker, you like when you hold it and you want to like throw it in the sky, so
So you're trying to time it and
Yeah.
you're running it too close.
you run it too close. Those wicks, I don't know if so. At least with the firecrackers,
Yeah.
the wicks are unpredictable.
Right.
Like the burn rate is not consistent.
Some will be
great. And I remember lighting a few firecrackers and like lighting it, and then you just gotta release it, and it blows next to your face and stuff like that.
Jesus.
I mean, and it's hilarious because you never get hurt, so you just keep doing it. But it's
right.
now that I think out
Now with the
after
M80
fact,
though,
fuck man, those are rough.
that would take your. And then I could see a situation where, you're going out there and you're trying to relight something, and your clothes catch on fire, or you spill your drink, your vodka, and
especially when you're drinking heavily, like
like we tend to do.
We go full America.
So I mean, I don't know. Well, I would say, in the history of Chip and Cern, I don't know. I feel like on 4th of July, that was probably one of our tamest.
That was one of our tamest. Yes. It's very civil. We were drinking and swimming.
Very adult. We were doing some adulting.
Yes. Now we did crimp some Piccolo Pete's and whatnot, but it wasn't.
You got to live
a little bit. You gotta show the kids a little bit.
Now, do you think we've hit? Do you think we're coming down It's like I kind of talking. Maybe I was talking to my wife on the way home. Like, it's like every year, it's like okay, a little more chill, a little more chill.
Yeah.
Or when is it gonna? I feel
I
when
think
the
when
kids
get old
okay,
enough,
yeah,
then
it'll ramp
when
up.
they start going full ham, they're like,
Dad, I heard that we could do this. You're like,
and then when they start
okay.
doing rookie shit, like, all right,
pass
aside.
the baton.
Let me show you how this fucking shit works.
Pass the baton.
I agree.
Now, you would be a great look for Chip and Cern.
Listen,
Damn it, you would be a great look for the 4th of July for next year.
Chip and Cern, 4th of July.
Some lids.
Oh.
Chip and Cern show lids. I heard we're having a sale.
I think it's Black Friday.
Oh, very good.
You can find that on chipandcernshow.com/shop.
Now we have been we are on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
And we're on Spotify, and we've been floating the beer koozie idea.
Well, yeah.
Haven't gotten a lot of response on that one.
Besides one, Joe.
Besides Joe, which we know. Now, if that's something that interests you, hit us up.
Let us know.
Cerny knows all the channels, all the communication lines.
You can reach out to us on any social media, Chip and Cern Show. You can Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can just DM us. You can even email us at chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Yep.
Anything Chip and Cern Show. Just Google Chip and Cern Show.
Something
and then
will
pick your path from there. You can reach out to us. Believe me, the channels are quiet. So if you
any notification that comes
not
through,
be ignored.
Our heads will start spinning.
I even engage with spam.
Yes, I would like to get 14 bazillion Zimbabwe dollars.
Yes, please.
Prince
Chip and Cern Show would love to help out the Prince of Zimbabwe. We would love to.
Now, sir, I heard you have an inflation problem. I think we can. We took economics 101 and 102. I think we can.
Macro and micro.
Oh, there you go. Well, Cerny, next 4th of July, what do you have on the docket for Chip and Cern? What do you think? I think probably more the same.
More the same, but it is a big birthday for the WIF.
Yes, that is right.
So we will probably plan accordingly. Probably have a caterer of some sort.
At your place.
Yes.
That means she can get turned up.
Now
Cerny can get turned up too.
Oh yes, and believe me, we'll get turned.
Yes. I forgot about that, but then I just remember when you said that.
It is a big birthday.
Is she scared?
She told me not to celebrate it because she's quote
25 and holding.
29. 29. She's
29.
Okay,
yeah.
I said, okay. Plus 11.
Yeah. So okay.
So
I was gonna. I had a couple jokes up my sleeve, but I'm just deferring till next year.
Yes.
I bust some of them out as you heard.
Yes. Yes.
And, you have to. You have to. But the good ones are coming. Calcium pills.
Yes. There's.
It's too many. Anyway, let's hear your 4th of July. Have you had a firework injury? We would really like to know.
I would like to because we always read about them, and I've never heard about them in the flesh.
Now here is some bottle rockets out of the butthole, like in Jackass. I'm surprised that didn't happen because I feel like if we would have had those, like that would have happened somewhere. We would have got Joe to do that and would have burnt his ass hairs out.
I agree. I don't know how we haven't had that happen before.
I will actually say I feel pretty lucky that no one in our circles have had any firework related injuries for how stupid we were.
Yes.
Or
firework injuries and ass injury of some sort.
Yes. That's true. Do you think this redwood branch will fit up? Well, send in your firework horror stories to chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Or if you want to tweet us, Chip and Cern Show.
Mm-hmm. And until next time, I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.
Hey!
She's been saying she wants to come out and talk to Murray.
Murray.
I'm Ernie.